Welcome back to Grizz Vision here on GoldenGrizzlies.com. My name is Neal Ruhl. We're here with Coach Kampe. And Coach, getting ready to hit the road to go to Valpo. It's always a classic game. There's a little more on the line this time.
Yeah, you know, it's a big game for both teams. They've got a whole serve at home, and you know they are 21-4, or 50-2, or whatever record they've got. It's an amazing record, and they're ranked, you know, 3rd or 4th in the country in the mid-major poll, and they're receiving votes for the top 25 in the country. So Valpo's had a great season. You know, they've got their big game after us against Green Bay, which is probably going to be for the championship if they can win that one. So, you know, they've got a big week, and they understand that, you know, what they're playing for. And, you know, my young team, we're just going in there to see what we can do.
Coach, you guys, when you guys hooked up here to start Horizon League play, it was another instant classic, a game that went to overtime. What did you guys do well in that game, and consequently, what did Valpo do well against you?
We came out with, you know, we had played 5 straight BCS schools, and we came home for a home game that we hadn't had in a long time, and we played the first 10 minutes of that game probably, you know, out of our minds and got a big lead. Valpo came back like a championship team does, and we got the lead late, and I don't know how, but somehow we were able to come back from 7 points down with 3 minutes to go. You know, a couple of our freshmen made some great plays. Hayes and Nick Daniels really played well the last couple minutes of the game. Somehow we got the thing to where we had the lead, and then like Valpo is, you know, they made the big clutch 3 to send it to overtime, and then we got fortunate in overtime. We got the lead, and they had the foul, and we made our free throw. So it was a typical open Valpo game. You know, whether we're playing for 4th place, 20th place, or 1st place, it was always a great basketball game. And I suspect that, I hope that we can make it a great game on Sunday.
All right, Coach, certainly do appreciate the time. Good luck in the contest.
Well, thanks. You know, Valpo's got some really good players, and we're going to have to guard. Peters is one of the top players in the league. He's a great kid, and, you know, he's a tough matchup, and Dante's going to have his hands full. Dante did a pretty good job on him here, and I'm sure Peters will be ready for Dante. And then, you know, number 2, Walker. They got a bunch of walkers, and we got a bunch of walkers. Yeah, they got a pair of walkers, and now I got a pair of walkers next year. Yeah. So that game next year is going to be interesting for you, Neal. Walker to Walker to guarded by Walker to Walker.
Maybe we'll go first names for that one next year.
But number 2, I think, is it Terrence Walker?
Tavon Walker.
Whatever. T. Walker.
T. Walker, there you go.
I mean, he could be the freshman of the year in the league. I mean, there's a lot of talk about Paris Bass, and it's rightfully deserved at Detroit. Jalen Hayes from Oakland has won 4 Freshman of the Week's awards and that. And both those 2 kids are really good, but it's Travon, I think. Travon Walker is, wow, is he a player. And he's had a heck of a year. You know, and he's a tough matchup. What a good freshman he is. So there's a couple really good freshmen in this game. There's a couple really good sophomores in Peters and
some good seniors too.
Lil Felder, and then the 2 senior centers going at each other. And I have no idea how to pronounce his name, but 14 is his number. I know that. And he's big, long, tall, and he blocks everything. So he and Petros going at each other. So there's some great subplots in this game. Should be a wonderful game.
Can't wait for Sunday, Coach. Thanks for the time.
You got it, Neal.